What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, and this video is strictly about my van, everything about my van. So before I start, I just want to say, so that intro that you saw, that's gonna be the last time you see that particular intro. I just want to take this time to thank my son. He's 13 years old. Me and him went out in the hot blazing sun for about 4 hours. This was all his creativity. So he did the angles, the shots, the editing, the music, everything. As his dad, man, he did an awesome job. I think that intro is awesome. So I'm saving it. I saved it on my computer, but I am gonna change my intro. So I just want to take this time to thank him. I did have to block a subscriber. I really don't want to block anybody, but I can't allow disrespect. So somebody didn't like my intro and said it was stupid and dumb and take it down. One thing I will never do is go on somebody else's channel and tell them what to do with their channel. Like, that's your channel, you do whatever you want. I personally like intros. I know growing up I used to watch Martin. That was my favorite show, and I love the intro. Like, that's like, I can't watch it without watching the intro first. So I'm an intro guy. So anyways, this is a family business, and I gotta watch out for my kids. My son is very involved in this channel, in this business. I'm teaching him, everything that I'm learning, I'm teaching him, because I want him to work for himself as well. So he is subscribed to this channel as well. He sees all the videos, he sees all the comments. So yeah, man, I just want to thank him. Thank you, son. Excellent job. So my new intro is a lot shorter. It's I think the one I had before was like 20 seconds. This one, my new one's like 13 seconds. So anyway, that'll be my intro for the rest of the year. And so yeah, I just want to thank him. So like I said, this video is all about my van. So I get a lot of questions about my van, why I purchased it, how much it costs, what kind is it? I mean, just a ton of questions. And I have no problem with them. It's just hard to answer repetitive questions. I missed a lot of them on the comments, so I just said, let me just do a video so I can show you everything about my van, and then I'll direct people to that. So let me just start from the beginning. I'm gonna get right to the point. So let me get right to the beginning. So I wrote everything down, so hopefully I don't miss anything. But buying the van. So before I bought this van, I was looking to do OTR. That was what I was gonna do. Like, it was OTR, over the road, ready to hit the road for 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time. That's what I was studying for. That's what I was looking for, a van to do that. So initially, I wanted the biggest van. I wanted a Ford 350 with a high roof. I know that's the when you do expediting, you want to have the biggest vehicle possible. So while looking for a van, it was very difficult to find what I wanted. So I live in San Antonio, Texas. There's not a lot of commercial vehicles out here, not a lot of commercial sales out here. So it took a long time to find that van. So I went to pretty much every dealership out here, and I actually was looking for new. I was looking for new, and the price range, a brand new van most of them were mid 50,000, like 54, 55,000 and up. And I'm like, you know what? I don't have to have a brand new vehicle. Like, I just want something that's newer, that's gonna last. So this is my very first vehicle. I'm putting everything into it. Like I'm quitting my job. I definitely got to get a van that's gonna last. So after searching and searching and searching, I was not able to find what I really wanted. And the person that put me onto the Ford Transit is, what is his name? DG Got Hustle. So I came across his channel. Actually, his intro kind of shows his Ford Transit, and I just fell in love with that van. I like the way it looks. I heard that it's a really good van, maintenance wise and everything. And I'm like, that's the van I want. I could just see myself in it. I really like the Sprinter van as well, but Mercedes, those I'm looking at $60,000-$70,000 for those. So my budget. So this is how I did my budget. So as many of you know, I'm trying not to beat a dead horse, but many of you know I do get a passive income through the military. It's $1,000 a month. So my plan was to use that money to help pay my loan as well as my insurance. Okay, so that's a huge advantage that I have over other people. So that allowed me to budget myself. My budget was $50,000. I wanted to get something around $50,000 or less. That was the goal. So I was actually willing to go out of state. I had found a couple places. I was going to go to Nevada, and there was a vehicle I saw in New Mexico that I wanted to see as well. So I was ready to travel to go get this van. Very important. Your first van is very important, at least in my eyes. So, and like I said, don't forget that this is for expediting. That's what I had on my mind. I'm doing expediting, so I'm looking for a van that's good for expediting. So I said the minimum is a medium roof, but I really want a high roof. So after searching and searching, I was getting ready to go to New Mexico to go look at a van, and I was like, you know what? There's one more place I have not been to yet. Let me go check this place out. And it's Boerne Ford. So the city of Boerne in Texas, and Ford dealership. And I'm like, I have not been there yet. And I'm thinking I had passed by there, and I knew they had a really big lot. So I'm like, I wonder if they got cargo vans. So I actually called first. I called them and I asked them, and they said, yeah, we got a couple of them in the lot. And I'm like, cool. So I go over there, and before that, I went to CarMax. I went to Spotless, which was on my last video. I showed you guys that one. Irving Motors. All the popular ones, I just could not find what I wanted. Either the van was just too old, too many miles, too many, dents and dings, and I just could not find what I wanted. So again, my budget is $50,000. And so I went to Boerne Ford as a last resort. This is right before I get ready to go to New Mexico. That was the next stop. And I saw about 3 vans, and then the van that I picked, the one that I have now, was way in the corner, just kind of hiding, just waiting for me. And as soon as I saw it, I said, that's it right there, man. I could tell that's it. It just looked good. You should see pictures of it. This is the photos that I had of it, that I took when I bought it. But I fell in love with it, man. It was a medium roof. It was a 2020 Ford Transit 250 with the medium roof. I want to say it's about 12 feet long, and the cargo space was good. It was clean. It was owned by one person, so only one previous owner. It was involved in a minor accident, but nothing serious, just body work, nothing with the frame or anything like that. So no serious damage or anything like that. And it was in my price range. So let me just go over the numbers real quick. I did test drive it. I test drove it, and like I said, I fell in love with it on site. I was like, this is it. And I'll tell you more about why I fell in love with it in just a second. So let me just go over the purchase itself. So it had 20,150 miles when I bought it. It had one previous owner, one minor accident, which I got all the Carfax, all the information on that. And I purchased it on December 29th of 2022. All right. So the financing. So before I get to that, so I had $15,000 that I saved for myself. I saved $15,000. I set it to the side just to purchase a van. And I also started a GoFundMe for about 2 months prior to this, which raised another $5,000. So I had $20,000 to start with. So my plan was to put $15,000 down on the vehicle that I purchased, and the $5,000 I'm going to use toward buying equipment. All right. So when financing, so I have a bank that's from California. Unfortunately, I can't share that bank because I still have an active loan with them. I don't want to share too much information about it, but it is a credit union and they have excellent interest rates. So I knew already going in, I was already pre-approved, meaning that my bank back in California had already pre-approved me for $50,000. So I was already good to go. So I did not care about the financing. So when I went to the dealership, I financed it through them, and that was through Ali Finance. And Ali Finance, the interest rate was ridiculous. So it was 14% interest rate, and the total payment, the total amount that I financed was $54,381, and I'll get to that in 1 second. The actual cost of the van out the door, with taxes and everything. So the van was listed at 40. The van was listed at $45,000, and with the taxes, interest, license plate fee, all that, it totaled $49,000. Okay, so I'll get to how it got to $54,000 just 1 second. So when I financed it, 14% interest rate, the total loan amount was going to come out to, if I kept this loan, it was a 72 payments, 6-year loan. The monthly payment was $1,128.30, and I would have paid a total of $81,237.60 if I kept that loan and just made the monthly payments. All right, so $1,100. All right, I did not care. I just wanted to get it financed, purchase that vehicle. I already was in the process of refinancing it the same day. All right, so the reason it went up to $54,000 is because when I purchased the van, I added extended warranty, which I think is very important. So the van new in 2020 had 10 years of warranty. So I purchased the extended warranty. I have 8 years of coverage, and that covers the engine as well as the transmission, which is very important. And I also added the tire and wheel coverage as well. So if I catch a nail in a tire, it's going to get replaced for free, and so forth. And so I added extended warranty, which was another $3,000, and a couple other warranty. I added gap insurance, which is basically when you first purchase a vehicle, obviously it takes time to get that vehicle on your insurance. So gap insurance will cover you from the time you purchase it to the time you get it on your insurance. All right, so I ended up getting my money back on that because I canceled it. So with all the fees, extended warranty, everything, it came out to $54,381. So a lot of you would probably say, well, why didn't you just buy a brand new van? I looked at brand new vans, and the only one that I almost considered buying was a ProMaster. And I personally don't really like the ProMaster. I've heard that it can give you issues maintenance wise. So I was really addicted to the Ford Transit. So the Ford Transit's brand new. The ones that I saw, it didn't even come like mine. It didn't have the panels, and it didn't have these windows. Very, very, what do you call it? Standard. No modifications and like that. I mean, they were starting at like $60,000. So, yes, I could have bought a brand new vehicle, but I felt that a 2020 is new enough for me. And like I said originally, it only cost $45,000. It was $49,000 out the door, so it was under my budget of $50,000. I think I got a good deal. All right, so the ProMaster that I almost bought was, I want to say it was $59,000, and it did not have the accessories that I have. Very standard. All right, so another thing with me purchasing my vehicle that you have to consider: credit score. Okay, so not to brag, I have excellent credit. Okay, so my credit at the time that I purchased that vehicle was 807. All right, so just so you know, the range of credit is 300 to 850, and a good credit score is anywhere between 600 and 750. That's considered good. Anything above that is excellent. Like, pretty much no paperwork needed. they don't really need to run anything. Like, it's just when they see that credit score, you got the loan. Like, that's kind of how it is. So like I said, not bragging or nothing, but I have excellent credit thanks to my parents. They taught me how to take care of my finances. So I'm very organized when it comes to finances and paying my bills on time. So that definitely helps when purchasing a vehicle. So like I said, a lot of you can't, if your credit score is not like mine, you're not going to be in the same situation I am in. So buying this van was not difficult at all for me. I put $15,000 down of my own money, and that brought my loan down to $39,000 when I refinanced. So the refinancing, and I'm sorry if I'm jumping all over the place. I really want to share everything to answer these questions. So apologize for the long video and me jumping back and forth, but I really want to get this out. So me financing. So I financed the vehicle. I was already pre-approved, and I refinanced with my bank back in California, and the interest rate that I got was, where is it? Oh, 3.74. All right, so I went from 14% interest to 3.74. So that brought my new monthly payment to $609.27. All right, so out of that $1,000 that I get every month, 600 of that goes into my loan. So I do not have to worry about my loan payments. It's taken care of. All right. Okay, so the different types of vans. So as many of you know, there are several different types of cargo vans. The ones that I'm familiar with is, of course, the Mercedes Sprinter van, which I think is the most expensive. You got the Ram ProMaster. You have the Nissan NV. You have the GMC Savannah, the Ford E-Series, and the Chevy Express. So those are kind of the most familiar ones that I've seen out on the road. It's all up to you. You have to know your finances. You have to know what you can afford. You have to know what you want to do. So again, when I bought my van, I was thinking about expediting. That's the reason I bought my van. Looking back, if I knew that I would be doing gig apps only and not doing expediting, I would not have purchased this van. Okay, I repeat, I would not have purchased this van. I probably would have bought a van around $20,000 or less. I would have paid it cash. I would have put my whole $20,000 that I had. I would have just bought a van with that. Only because you don't necessarily have to have commercial insurance to do the gig apps, and they cover your cargo. So I would have saved a lot of money. And like I said, I didn't know that this is what I'll be doing. So I bought this van for expediting. That's the whole reason behind it. All right. So that's pretty much it on me actually purchasing it, all my expenses, how much I spent, how I got my loan, the refinance, everything. So I can afford this van. That's why I bought it. If I could not afford this van, I would not have purchased it. I recommend to you, if you buy a van and you're worried about the loan payments, the insurance, buy what you can afford. That's kind of common sense, but that's the best info I can give you. Buy what you can afford. If you can only afford a $5,000 van and you want to get in this, and obviously a lot of the gig apps, if you're going to go gig app route, some of them, your van can't be more than 10 years old, or has to pass an inspection, all that stuff. So you just got to really, I can't study for it. You got to do your own research and see what you can do. Have I seen vans that are like $5,000 doing contract routes or running expedite? Yes, it's very risky, but there are people that do it. There's a lot of people that have older vans and they make money just like me. So do what you can afford. All right, so that's the end of this part. Now I'm going to show you all the features of my van and everything that I have. All right, you guys, not to make this video too long, I'm gonna get right to the point. So I'm just gonna show you my van. It's, like I said, it's a Ford Transit 2020 250 with the medium roof. And I'm just gonna start from the front to the back. So this is very important right here, especially where I live in Texas. You gotta have that bug repellent, mosquitoes, and I'm warm-blooded too. So as you can see, so my van, I'm just going over the outside real quick. So my van does not have you see how it's solid on this side, right? So when we go around to the other side, you see it's got the window. So the sliding window. I personally like that. I like the sliding window. That was a feature that a lot of vans don't have. It helps, especially looking at your blind spot when you're changing lanes and all that stuff. And then it also has the windows in the back. See these back windows? A lot of vans don't have these windows. So that also I like. I love being able to see out my back window. That's just, I mean, it's not a big deal, but that's a feature that I really do like. All right, so onto the inside. I'm not a car person, so I can't give you. I know it's a 3.5 liter, but I mean I can't give you horsepower and all that, technical stuff. So very basic. I love how this has multiple cup holders. So it's got a cup holder here. It's got another big one down here. It's got another one down here with a lot of storage space. This floor mat. So it did not come with this floor mat right here. I purchased this on Amazon. You look up Amazon, you can type in your specific vehicle, and they'll get you one that fits your van. All right, so this is good to have when it gets dirty. It just helps keep the. You can pull that whole thing out and clean it, and you're good to go. All right, I like the leather seats. Let me zoom this out a little. I like these leather seats. I did purchase this again on Amazon. The seat cover help take care of your seats. And these were not expensive. I want to say they were about $20 if I'm not mistaken. All right, so I got two of them, one on each seat. So as you see, I have this net. So this is not the perfect protection, but it's something. So the gig apps that I use, I never really carry anything too crazy. I know a lot of people that expedite. I mean, they carry engine parts and all kind of stuff. The main thing, as long as you strap everything down, you should be good. But for safety, yes, you should have a back wall, because if I get in an accident and God forbid my van rolls over and I got a bunch of cans of paint back there, I'm gonna get messed up. So the paint, this net is something, but it's better to have a back wall. I personally like this only for the comfort. I am 6'1", and when I drove a box truck my last job, and it had the back wall, and I could not recline my seat. And when you're driving for 1 or 2 hours, really 8 hours straight, because you're driving all over town, it can wear on your back. I already have a bad back, so being able to recline my seat, I really like that. You can't do it with those back walls. So I may get one put in later, or my next vehicle that I purchase, I'll have one. Steering wheel cover. I just want to take care of the steering wheel, so it's good to have that as well. And I'm not telling you what to get. I'm just showing you what I have. I got this fan that I found in my attic that helps, trying to save money on gas and not run the AC all day. So it helps to roll your windows down and have that fan blowing on you. All right. So next is, so that's just a little phone holder for my phone when I take footage. Sometimes I take dash cam footage with that, or when I record myself at the end of the video. So this plug-in right here, I have an adapter. You can hook up three chargers to it, car chargers, and that is hooked up to my dash cam. My dash cam I purchased on, oh man, I think I bought this off of Wish. I'm pretty sure I did, because the box is in like Chinese writing. So I love this dash cam. It works very well. And I just ran the line across the top, put some tape on there, ran it across the side, and it just goes across the dash right here. And that's the power source right there. All right. I always keep a box cutter, Sharpie, and a pen at all times. Again, cup holders there, and at the door. I'll get to that in just a second. Plenty of cigarette lighters, USB chargers, all that stuff. My screen is not very big. It's kind of small. I wish I had a bigger screen, but it works. So my reverse cam shows there. And then we have up top, Nice storage space up here. So got some, what is that? Oh, highlighter. And like I said, everything that I'm showing you is because I was ready to go over the road. So as you can see, toilet paper, tissue, you already know what that's for. I'm thinking I'm on the road, or I'm OTR right now. All right. So one thing, so this is I usually hold my phone on that. I used to have my phone up here. It'll suction down there, but the sun was just beating up my phone, so I had to lower it down out the sun. So I keep it in this cup holder right here. And then the Curtis, you guys already know about that. That's dedicated. That's dedicated to my biggest donor during my GoFundMe. He gave me $1,000 to start my business, so thank you, Curtis. So I named my van Curtis. This vehicle, unbelievable. It does not have cruise control, and I don't know how I didn't catch that when I bought the van. So if you have this same van, please tell me, where is cruise control? It is not on this vehicle. I've tried everything. I looked through the manual. There's no cruise control, and that's gonna be hard to do OTR with no cruise control. So it's almost like it was meant for me not to do it. All right, so I think that's pretty much it up here. I mean, everything's kind of self-explanatory, but let me move over to the other side so I can show you that. All right, so I'm on the passenger side now, so I'm sure, fellas, y'all know what this bottle is for. You should know. I'm not even gonna tell you. You should know. So these seat cushions, I have two of them. I only use one. I was using one on my seat, but I didn't really need it. Those seats are comfortable enough, but when somebody rides with me or my wife rides with me, it's good to have this little extra seat cushion. That's my back brace, which is I do have a bad back, and I need some new gloves too. So I did buy this little organizer that I keep in the front. So this is, hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. I had to pin my little microphone on me so I could use my other hand. So this is, I think it's very good to have. Like I said, I'm very organized. So markers, pens, my delivered parking placard, whatever you need to keep in here, a little notepad. And then this is my sun blocker. I bought this on Amazon as well. You could put in your vehicle, your type of vehicle, and this will block the sun. I put it up here when I park it in my driveway. So they have ones for Ford Transits. This little posse box is good to have to keep all your paperwork organized. So if I have multiple stops, I'll put the first stop up here, clip it, and then the rest will go inside of here. All right. I always keep a notepad to take notes. I got to take notes about something, and then whether it's directions or writing a phone number down, whatever. And then this is special to me. This is when I bought my van. I still haven't thrown this away. I can't throw it away. It's hard to, but this was special, man. That when you buy that van, I don't know about y'all, man, but that was a special moment for me, man. Like, to see that hanging, it was hanging on the window, and I drove to the dealership the next day to pick it up, and that was hanging in there, man. That's special, man. I felt it was amazing. So anyways, let me move to the back. So again, like I said before, this window on the side, I like having this window, man. I'm a good driver. I can see out my mirrors, but it just, having that window, it just really helps, especially when you're changing lanes. You can really see that blind spot a lot better. So I showed you guys this on my very, very first video, but again, all this stuff was for OTR. So my plan was a lot of people will make a bed back here, but my van is not big enough to put a bed back here. I mean, I could probably do it like an air mattress or something like that, but my plan was to use this little pillow, neck pillow, and recline my seat back and sleep in the front seat if I was doing OTR. Rain jacket, keep that on me. Extra straps. fire extinguisher, which I still need to mount. I haven't mounted. I think this is a what is that? I think that's for a tripod for a camera. These are straps to help carry heavy stuff, like heavy furniture, forearm straps. And then I have extra clips. This is if my wife can't do the route and I have to do it in my van. I got these clips to separate the clothes, and then I have an extra, I don't know if you can see it, but an extra shower rod to run across the top. So that's in that bag. What else is in here? Look like some wipes. I got a towel down there to check the oil. Yeah, a bunch of towels. That's pretty much it. That's what that basket is for. And then I have another basket with my blanket. I used to have 2 blankets. I just keep one now. I don't really need them. A lot of the furniture I pick up is already wrapped up, like when I go to living spaces and stuff. So don't really need it. I have some work boots, which I need to start wearing these. So I have work boots and more straps. Got my hard hat and got my safety vest hanging up there. I keep a tool bag. You never know when you need it. I need to fill this up though. It's a lot of stuff I'm missing. So more ratchet straps. Got hammer, you know, the basic tools. I got tape in there, pliers, and I do have a power drill, but this is a little small one. Probably need to get a bigger, more powerful one, but I have used it before too. There has been times where I needed to use it. So yeah, hammer, a mallet down there. So just basic tools, but I definitely need to go through that and get the stuff that I actually need. And real quick, back to the front. So this I bought at Harbor Freight, and it's just an extra bag. I keep my kind of my electronic stuff in there, my car charger stuff, my body camera, which this is the camera I use when you see my body cam footage. I bought this on Amazon as well. And oops, am I zipping it up? Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to do this with one hand. My wife's supposed to be helping me film this. All right, so yeah, this is the camera I use. It's really good clarity. It costs about $120. I learned through experience. It's got a little clip on here. I learned through experience that when you're buying stuff like that, you can't buy that $60, $70 stuff. You got to just spend a little money and get good clarity. So I definitely recommend that camera. It's very good. I got my ice chest I bought from Walmart as well. Keep cold drinks in, and then my backpack. So my backpack, I just keep like a towel for sweat, extra back brace, all that stuff. But I have in this part, so this is my folder that I keep in my bag at all times. So this is everything related to my business. So I have my MC. My MC is in there, certificate, my LLC, my veteran-owned business information, my DOT, my BOC3, my UCR is in here, my registered agent information. I even got the Sprinter van rates, which I don't know if this is accurate, but this is something that somebody gave me. So like I said, I was preparing to go OTR. All this is for OTR that I was doing. All right, so this is my delivered bags. I do catering orders from time to time. So I have 3 bags, 2 from delivered and then 1 from DoorDash, a big DoorDash bag. So I keep these in my van. My wife finally got her own, so she doesn't need these anymore. And my D rings. So I have I think it's 8 D rings. So these right here, this is what I strap my loads to. So they're on the floor and also on the wheel well. So right here, D-ring, and then one more in the back. So it's 4 on each side. 4 on each side. It is one thing I don't like about these walls is that you cannot. It's hard to strap things across the side when you're trying to strap something down that's kind of tall. So I just got to improvise. What I usually do is I'll cross strap things. Hold on, there's a bee in here. All right, sorry about that. A bee was attacking me. So a lot of times I'll cross strap things and I'll just kind of hook it in one of these up here or a bungee through here or something, and I'll just cross it and then hook it to the D-ring and then run another one across here or through here and then cross strap it. So that's, you just gotta have to improvise. I do like these walls. To be honest with you, I don't even know what they're for. If anybody knows what they're for, I'm thinking like, I guess, you know, if you do like Amazon packages and stuff, you can stack them up really high against, I don't know. I'm not really sure what they're for. I could take them off, but I like them. I like the way they look. So anyway, so I have several bungee cords. As you guys see me in action with those, I use these mostly for the paint and stuff. I was using the straps, but yeah, the straps are, it's just, the paint is so low, bungee cord works perfect. So I got quite a few of those. My dolly, this is a 4-in-1. I thought it was a 3-in-1. It's a 4-in-1 dolly. So it lays flat. It could go, you know, halfway up. It has different settings. So I think, yeah, you can kind of see the different settings here, the way you can carry things. I love this dolly, man. I got it on Amazon. Sometimes it goes on sale. I've seen it as low as $170, but I think when I bought it, it was like 200 and something bucks. So definitely keep your receipts. Good for tax write-off. But yeah, I just strap it with my bungee cord. I just run it through here and keep it strapped up. And then my furniture dolly, I just run a bungee cord across the bottom right here and hook it. So that keep that off on the wall and keep it out the way. Ratchet straps, I do plan on buying more ratchet straps. I bought these little skinny ones because the type of stuff that I deliver, you know, I don't really need really thick ones like this. So these I got from my old job. I want to replace those, so I'm gonna get some bigger ratchet straps. And then the broom, actually, I just brought that from my garage because I had a bunch of soil in here I had to clean up. So this plywood. So my van came with this rubber floor. And when I first started getting pallets, when they let me go back here. So when I first started getting pallets, the forklift driver would put the pallet on and slide the pallet back, and it was pulling this rubber out. This rubber was coming out and sliding out. So that's why I got this board, mainly for the pallets. So the pallets will slide nice and easy. My paint orders, the paint slides easy. Just makes it a lot easier. I just tucked it under this little plastic piece right here, and it's been working just fine. And then this door right here. So a lot of times you'll get a bigger forklift that needs these doors all the way open. So to open it, you literally just unlock it right here, and then it'll slide all the way open. And it has a magnet right there. So that magnet will catch to that magnet and keep it shut. All right, so that's my backup cam. The backup cam is actually pretty good. It's pretty clear. I was trying to get a new one, but this one actually works just fine. So good with that. I do have these LED lights. They were already pre-wired. So the light switch is right here on the side. You just push that button. All right, so just push the button, and it looks like 4 lights. So these are really bright too. So it really lights up this back. So it's 2 up there and 2 right there. And then, like I said, to turn it off, you just push this button again. Push that, and that shuts them off. So they're pre-wired, and I like them. I really like these LED lights. They're super bright. All right. So I also got this chop block. I bought this at Harbor Freight as well. I didn't buy two. I just bought one. I know when I used to drive for Sleep Number, a box truck, we only had one and it worked fine. So one is good enough. I just put it in my, since I parked my van in my driveway, I don't, I just for extra safety, I put it there. And then also with the forklifts, a heavy load, I'll put the chop block there. So good to go with that. All right, so my gas, it's right here outside the driver's side door, and it uses regular unleaded. I did consider getting a diesel vehicle. I know most of the, I think the Mercedes, I think the Transit 350 uses diesel, and the bigger vehicles do, Sprinter vans. But I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad. I'm happy with the van that I purchased. So, so regular unleaded, and gas for me where I live is ranges from about $55 to about $62 to fill up if I'm empty. So gas is really not that expensive out here. All right, so like I said, I am not a car person. I can't tell you what everything is, but this is what the under the hood looks like. I have not checked my battery, so I don't know when it was last replaced. But I know out here where I live, they recommend every 2 years because it's so hot out here. So that is something I plan on doing this year, getting a new battery, but I'll have it checked first. And then my engine oil dipstick is right there. So I do check my oil. I do my my pre-checks in the morning, check the tires and all that, tire pressure, everything. So far this van has been excellent. It's been running great. Here's some stuff for you right here. Y'all car people that know what all this stuff means. And that right there. Yeah, it's run excellent. Haven't had any issues so far, and I'm happy with what I purchased. All right, man. I think I covered everything about my van. If I missed anything, I apologize, but I think that should cover just about everything. Like I said, you gotta make your own decision, do your own research, get the van that you can afford, that works for you. There's a lot of different choices. You can go expensive, you can go cheap. It's all what you can afford. But I really, this very first vehicle is special to me, and I bought it because I can afford it. I can afford it, and it's what I wanted. So this is what I wanted. So I'm very happy in it. So the last thing to end this is my insurance. I know a lot of people ask about my insurance. So I currently do gig apps, and gig apps, they only require you to have your state's minimum required insurance. So whatever your state requires your minimum insurance to be, you can do your gig apps with your vehicle, okay? And no issues. I always recommend getting commercial insurance only because the type of work you're doing. So a lot of times the insurance company is going to ask you, is it for work or is it for personal? Or both, 50-50. I tell people, just tell them it's 50-50. But that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but my understanding, and this is from speaking with insurance agents, is that if you get in an accident in your van while you're carrying a load, cargo, they may not cover you if you have regular insurance because you're using it for commercial work. So I always recommend getting commercial insurance. The only reason I have commercial, like I don't have to have it. The only reason I have commercial insurance is because I have my authority. I have an active authority. So to keep my authority active, I have to keep the minimum required commercial insurance through the FMCSA. That's what they require. Okay, I have to maintain it the life of this van. So if I park this van and I don't use it, or yeah, I park this van. I don't use it. I'm using something like, say I switch from my van to my car. I'm gonna start using my car now. Do car orders. I still have to maintain my insurance. Okay, you cannot drop it. You cannot lower your insurance. It has to maintain. So I have 300,000 liability and 5,000 in cargo. That is the minimum that you have to have per FMCSA. Okay, if I drop any of those, I lose my authority. Okay, I'm about to up my insurance, my cargo insurance, to 100,000 because there's another company I want to apply for, and they only require 300, 100, 300 liability, 100,000 in cargo. All right, so I'm not gonna do it yet, but I will be upping it. So my insurance, I pay right now it's $500. So my commercial insurance with the lowest, the 300,000, 5,000 in cargo is $500. So it's about $1,100 for between my loan and my insurance. I only pay about $150 out of pocket every month. So that's the only expense that I have with this van. My passive income covers the loan and my insurance. So you have to remember that. Your situations may not be like mine. When you go to buy your van, you got to think about all that. You got to think about your loan payment, your insurance. If you decide, like I said, this is only for gig apps. If you do gig apps, you do not have to have commercial insurance. I still recommend it, but you do not have to have it. There's a ton of people out there that are doing this and they have regular insurance. They're paying $30, $40 a month. So if that's the best option for you, do what's best for you. I do what I do because I can afford it. That's the only reason why. If I could not afford it, I would not have my authority. I would not have commercial insurance. I would have regular insurance, and I would have bought a van for about $15,000, $20,000. All right. So, anyways, I think that's it. That should cover everything, because most of the questions about my van and my insurance, I should have answered it in this video. If I did not, I apologize, but I really can't think of anything else. So with that said, this video is long enough. Y'all have a good one, and I will catch you on the next one.